The Chicago Bears have locked up Jaylen Johnson to now a 4-year long-term contract. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about what are now the expectations around that defense. What are the next holes that Ryan Poles needs to fill on that defense? We're also going to take a look at all the extensions that Ryan Poles has given up over the last year and what the value he's gotten out of that. And then lastly, we about to let C-Dub react to Matt Eberflus chomping it up with the ops. We're going to talk about all that and more right after this.
Boy.
To Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. The whole squad in the building tonight. Bobby, C-Dub, Haize, we all in the building today. And listen, so breaking news happened. We got the video out. We got the episode out as far as Jaylen Johnson signing a 4-year, $76 million deal with the Chicago Bears. That's mostly front loaded. He's going to get $60 million that over the first 3 years of that contract. There's been some fluctuation between like 45 and a little over $50 million guaranteed on that deal, depending on whose reports you look at. So first, just because I know you guys, CW especially, haven't got a chance to talk about it. Me and Bobby were on that breaking news episode. How do you feel about that extension, Dub?
I believe it's good. I'm glad that something got done with Jaylen Johnson. Something needed to get done, but that was incredibly fast. He just got tagged the other day, didn't he? Just get tagged like
2 days, basically.
2 days ago. So maybe they still was working some plans out, and maybe they should just make sure we're gonna tag your ass for you won't go nowhere. I just gotta ask you a question, Drip.
Mm-hmm.
Since they used the tag on Jaylen Johnson, now it's non and void. They can't use it again.
Right.
Now that he signed. Okay.
Right. I don't think there's anybody else on this team worth franchise tag. He was the only one. Like,
yeah.
You gonna franchise tag Justin Jones? That's who you gonna franchise tag?
No. I'm just saying, what's the rules? If you tag somebody, then you immediately sign them up to an extension or a long-term contract. Do you get to use that over or something like that?
No, you've burnt up that
that's
franchise tag.
So then why franchise tag them then?
To not risk it, because just because they came to a deal doesn't necessarily. I'll tell you what, I know a lot of people have asked that, and that is a fair question to ask. But make no mistake about it, is that maybe the fact that the Bears did franchise tag him went ahead and helped accelerate some of that deal on top of that. Like if Jaylen Johnson was a unrestricted free agent going into it, I don't think they would have come to this contract extension this quick.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Because if he does go to unrestricted free agency, I believe March 10th, he could start talking. And it might be some team that's thirsty. We'll give you $22 million. Oh, Ryan Poles, what you gonna match it up, or you gonna give me a little more? So
and we know Ryan Poles ain't matching nobody like that.
Shut it down. So make sure can't nobody talk to him. He only gonna talk to us, and we're gonna make sure our guys stay in the uniform.
But I'm glad it happened. They solidified that number one corner spot. He had a fantastic year last year. I think he could have even been better, to tell you the truth. But now I want to see consistency. I don't want to see you fall off the map, i.e., Eddie Jackson when he got that bag. So we need you to continually perform. We used to your performance at this level. Do not go down here, bro. That's all I gotta say.
That's a fact. So with that extension, Bobby, I mean, me and you've talked about it already. You ain't got nothing to add, right? I don't want to.
No, we good.
Okay. So now with that said, we kind of, that was one of the biggest questions left on defense. Of course, now we know that there's still a position of safety and another edge position, maybe even a 3 tech if you can find that in the draft or whatever. But the question I want to throw to you guys is, now that Jaylen Johnson is locked in, what do you think should be the biggest focus as far as adding to that defensive side of the ball for the Bears?
Oh, man, the biggest focus is obviously, most people will say, the defensive line. I think that definitely is on the docket to take care of. But I think the free safety position is, you got to take care of that position out there. You almost got your secondary complete. You signed your number one cornerback. You're going to have Stevenson on the other side. You got Jaquan Brisker, who is the ultimate Bear, one of my favorite Bears on this team. You need to complete that. So I don't know if it's free agency or you're going to draft a young guy, but I think that's the most position that needs work right now. It's that free safety position.
Okay. That's the position I was gonna go as well, because I'm thinking like, man, if you the Chicago Bears, what do you want to go with this? Yes, do you want do you want something to say that, hey, we're gonna go ahead and lock it in now and then go ahead and get you a older veteran? Or do you want to say, hey, we want to develop, a player, maybe grab an Xavier McKinney? I know the money is a little bit high right now, especially with what he can get. I know there's some injury concerns with him, but at the end of the day, he's still got NFL experience and he's still relatively young. So that's a decision that you might have to make. But then you also got the decision to where you're like, hey, we can go get draft. We've done well with developing our corners. We've developed Tariq Stevens. We just seen Terrell Smith. Look at Kyler Gordon now. Look at Jaquan Brisker. Look at the guys that was able to come in and fill in. Greg Stroman Jr. The other kid with the locks. I can't remember his name. But those guys were able to develop. So you got a big decision to make. And I think that with the defensive line, I think you will have some options there. You know what I'm saying? But I think that you got to secure that back end. And I think that the easier decision, at least in my opinion, will be the defensive end. I think the tougher decision is what you want to do at your safety spot.
Yeah, there's a lot. The safety spot is the one that's up in there because you have some really quality and fairly young safeties that are more proven commodities in this free agent market, but they may be a little expensive. You got some safeties also in the draft that you can go after, but then again, you only got 5 draft picks now with the trade that you made. So there's a lot of questions and routes to go with that. But I know you guys both pick safety, but I'm going to go a different route with this. Okay. And this may not be the popular opinion. I think the most important one is still the 3-tech. Matt Eberflus still, just as recently as a month ago, talked about having the 3-tech. He's talked about having the 3-tech since we hired him. We have not gotten him a 3-tech since we hired him. Now, maybe they look at Javon Dexter and maybe they've seen some progression there enough to maybe they feel a little bit confident there. But I still think that Matt Eberflus, because he's still the coach here, we're still using his defensive system. He said it. The most important thing is pressure up the middle with his defense. We have yet to have that consistently on this team. So I think that they're going to kind of focus on that 3-tech, and there's a 5-tech in this draft that the Bears could go after that I think would be great. So there's some things they may do in that one. Now, I think if we're talking about where they're going to spend money in free agency, I do think that may be edge. I think that, but even then, like I talked about on today's daily episode, those A-tier free agents, I just don't think the Bears are really going to be after with only $44 million in cap space. But there's still some quality ones out there as well. And I think AJ Impencia is definitely probably going to be on the Bears board as far as free agents.
Now, with both of those choices, like we went with the free safety and you went with the 3 technique. What is the probability of people already here taking the void? Like you got Elijah Hicks, you got Greg Stroman, like my nephew said, and you got Javon Dexter. Do we look past these guys and bring in someone that we think is better, or we continue to? Because I think all these guys improved, especially Dexter in like the last 6 games of the season. Do we look to these guys, or we really want something better than that? Do we believe in the future of Dexter, or we believe in Elijah Hicks? We believe in a Greg Stroman. What do you guys think about that?
I still do believe in Javon. Keep in mind, he's 21 most of last season, so he's going to be 22 most of this season. But I do think that with where the Bears are, that they are going to try to make a move to bring in something for sure. And don't get me wrong, we got Billings there as well. But to me, I don't necessarily, even if Javon Dexter does show tremendous growth and they do plan on starting him, I still do think that they can look at a veteran and then use Billings as a depth piece. I think the important thing here is to remember Eric Washington, as a defensive line coach, rotated his defensive line. He used more combinations of any other defensive line coach last year. So I think that they're gonna want that depth there regardless.
Yeah, for sure. That's gonna be interesting to watch. Go ahead, nephew.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think that you got to bring competition in the room. I mean, I know that is, you know what I'm saying? There is some belief in the people that you've chosen, to hold that backup positions. And hopefully, when a man goes down, you say, hey, can the guy hold their spot? But there's still going to be questions of whether this guy can be a long-term solution. Can it work for the short term for the backups? Absolutely. But you got to look at long-term solutions. That's why I'm all with bringing in competition. And I know it's a different side of the ball, like the Braxton Jones. I think that Brian Poles believes in him. But I'm not against him bringing in competition to get the best man the job. You want to continue this thing. Like this is a production-based league. And the Bears, we need to get this thing right so we can be good 5, 6, 7 years down the road. So bring in that competition and let's figure it out the right way.
And I'm glad you brought out Braxton Jones, because if anybody needs some competition, a little fire under their ass, it's Braxton Jones. Bro.
There's a lot of similarities between Braxton Jones and Patrick Williams, and that's concerning.
And that's a fact. That's a perfect comparison, bro. He's just a frustrating ass player, bro. Just frustrating, bro.
Yeah.
All the talent in the world, bro.
All the talent in the world, like just a physical specimen, but just sometimes you just look at him and you be like, why? What just happened?
Right.
What are you doing? You got mental gas.
Did you fall asleep briefly? Is that what just happened there? Did you take a nap with your eyes open? That's sometimes both of them the same, and both of them be having the same lost look on their face sometimes too, bro. There's a lot of similarities between the two of them. That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm just saying.
Right.
It's Joe, like he got mental gas, bro. He just have mental farts like all the time in games, bro.
You know what it is? I feel like Braxton Jones. Never mind. I'm not gonna. I'm trying to clean it up. I had a joke there, but I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. But just know, if I limited myself from saying it, it was a motherfucking joke. Just all you gotta know. That mug was a joke.
That motherfucker gonna tell us when we get off air. I'm telling you, he gonna tell us when we get off air.
Anyway. Anything left as far as the defense you guys want to talk about, man? As far as like the holes that they got to fill on this defense now after the signing of JJ.
I would just say it ain't a lot of holes.
It's really not.
It's just a little patchwork, and we gonna be good. But
that's what I was gonna say too. So we can keep moving.
All right, bet. So out of the players that Ryan Poles assigned to extensions here recently, we know Andrew Billings is 1-2, but we're not going to count that he's a veteran signing. We got Cole Kmet, Montez Sweat, Jaylen Johnson, all players that Ryan Poles has signed to extensions recently. The Cole Kmet deal, I think we all looked at that when it happened and went down and said that's a really good value contract for Cole Kmet and the production that he got for sure. And then you also look at Montez Sweat. We got Montez Sweat for 4 years. What was it? 98 million, if I'm not mistaken.
96, 98 million.
96, something like that.
Yeah.
And now we got Jaylen Johnson, who reportedly could have reset the market in a lot of ways. We get him for lower than what the damn franchise tag was. Yeah. So when you look at the players that Ryan Poles is locked up to extension, how do you guys feel about it so far?
I feel like we signed our game changers. We signed how you going to win football games. Yeah. You need those key players that you can depend on any given Sunday, every Sunday, to tell you the truth. And all three of these guys have shown. Cole Kmet had his best season last season with both quarterbacks. He showed strides with Tyson Bagent and with Justin Fields. He was incredible. Montez Sweat, we don't even need to talk about him. He is my MVP of the defense, even though he came like halfway through the season. He just completely changed the face of the defense. And JJ, he was rated as the top cornerback of the NFL last season. So, and even though he missed a couple pick sixes, I'm gonna hold that against him. But he is a game changer. So I love all these. Man, I just gotta applaud Ryan Poles, bro. Good job, bro.
Yeah,
just good job.
And then you look at the player that he didn't sign to extension, Roquan Smith, as we talked about in the earlier episode. He ended up signing TJ Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds for less than what Roquan's deal would have been, and they both had over 100 tackles last year. So really good so far. How you feeling, Bobby?
I feel good. And Darnell Mooney, why you dropped the bag, my boy? But nonetheless.
Now, see, we'd be looking at. Keep in mind, had the Bears signed Darnell Mooney, had he accepted that contract extension, we'd be sitting with $34 million in cap space right now. Thank God he didn't. He screwed himself over, but he helped the team tremendously.
So I'm all good with it. And C-Dub hit the nail right on the head. Man, you need to lock up first of all your homegrown talent, at least in this regard with the Cole Kmet and then the JJ. And then you also need to make sure you're getting value if you're going to be using some of your resources that you could be using in other places. You trade a second-round pick, you get a guy like Montez Sweat, who is very durable and very productive. So you're spending money the right ways. You're not getting a older Akeem Hicks to come up in here and just throw money at him. You're not getting older guys up in here and just throwing the money just for the sake of their names. You're getting people in here that you can see as those building blocks to building something successful. And these guys are young. So the contracts, they should pay for themselves. That's what you do when you go to the table and negotiate some of these contracts. You say, hey, Bobby, I want to give you $100. Are you going to get the job done? I say, hell yeah, I do the job. You say, damn, job well done. I feel like I spent more than $100, but in reality, I spent $100. So shout out to Ryan Poles. Shout out to him getting his damn deals done. I love it, bro. He's spending money the right way. Spend money the right way. It has not been a payday that has gone out to I was like, Ryan Poles, what the hell? Because even in year one, when we knew it was tear down, we like, damn, Byron Pringle, 1 year deal. Then it was a couple other people, 1 year deal. Nicholas Morrow, 1 year deal. It was crazy. So he doing the right stuff, man.
Bro.
Yeah, and this is the difference between having a GM that does have a focus and a plan, right? Like he's not. We talked so much that first year about the 1 year prove-it deals, and a lot of those players that he signed, they had big questions around him, but we understood like, hey, this player has a chance to come in here and prove some things in a season where we were clearly rebuilding drastically. Now, a lot of those 1 year prove-it deal players ended up not sticking around, but then how much can you really blame him in a rebuilding year to sign a player that, like Byron Pringle, we all looked at that and said, hey, if he works out for the Bears, this could be a really good. Now, he ended up not working out, but by the time we processed that, the motherfucker out the door. So it's like, so all good decisions there, man. Ryan Poles just continues to play this thing so immaculately. And I when I see people in the comments sometimes like, oh, well, Poles ain't cooking no more. And it's like, listen, those are the people that want this Instagram. Every deal is not going to be this A-list signing, but it's how you manage those in-between deals. It's how you manage, because most of the players on an NFL team, guess what, are B-level players, meaning they are not the A-lister that you get $20-25 million. And Poles is signing a lot of those guys and getting them at relatively cheap contracts for multiple years, where you're going to have them for their prime. Like when we signed TJ Edwards last year, we all knew that TJ Edwards had that dog in him. We didn't think that he was going to be one of the top tackle getters in the NFL the following year. Like Poles has played it really well so far, really well.
Hey, can I expound on that? And I'm finna drop like everybody says that DJ Moore, that deal that we got for the number 1 pick, that's the best job Ryan Poles did. But I'm gonna just go my way, and I think what he did with Roquan, converting Roquan into TJ Edwards and Tremaine Edmonds, that's a finesse of the century. I'm sorry. That's his best move since he been here to me. Because we got 2 perennial Pro Bowlers. I expect both of them to go next year. And Roquan is great. He's spectacular. But 2 is more than 1 to me. That's a finesse.
That's it. That's just what it comes down to. Like, it's just Ryan Poles has played this smart, and it's not we don't every time see it at the time and be like, hey, this is going to end up working out. But more times than not, when it's all said and done, it ends up working out. Like, listen, Tremaine Edmonds played 15 games last year and had 113 tackles. TJ Edwards had 155 tackles. He had 7 pass deflections, 3 interceptions. Come on, man. The dude balled out, bro.
Come on. That's a finesse, bro. Come on, man.
You didn't even mention the draft picks. So
that's the thing. We're not even talking about the draft picks, because I tell you what, we got what, Tyreek was a 3rd, 4th round pick.
Tyreek Davis is second
round. Second round.
Oh, I'm thinking of Roschon was the 5th round.
Roschon,
yeah. And then we got Jaquan, we got Kyler Gordon, we got Jack Sanborn, who was like, come on, we find quality, bro. Hey, come on, man. You
gotta love it so far. So
just to throw it off a little bit, y'all think Ryan Poles is cool with just 5 picks in this draft? Because I heard that earlier. You think he cool with that adjustment? That ain't a lot of picks.
He may have to be. If you're gonna draft Caleb Williams, you're gonna have to be, because I tell you what, even if you trade the number 9 pick, you got to start looking at value. Okay, you trade the number 9 pick. Let's say you move, because you're not gonna still stay in the top 10. You trade number 9. Let's say you move down to 15. You get a 2nd round pick. At that point, you have more draft picks, but that talent level falls off at that point in time. So I think at some point you have to be, and that's not to say, and I even, somebody said in the comments earlier, like, well, we have more than 5 holes. We need more than 5 draft picks. You're not going to fill every hole in the draft. We still got free agency. And as we've been telling you guys since the first year Ryan Poles took over this team, you're not going to fill every hole in every offseason. You're not going.
That's
Facts.
So
And I'm just looking at it like this, man. At some point, you got to continue to build. And I think it has to be a good combination of veteran players that you believe who has the experience to help you, come in, build that winning culture and help you catapult it to new levels. A lot of rookies ain't going to do that. And a lot of rookies that you select don't pan out. We've seen Ryan Poles in, I believe, his first draft. I believe in the last few rounds, he went crazy drafting linemen here and there. The only one that panned out was Braxton Jones out of that group. Then I believe last year he picked up a defensive back, I believe was a safety. He picked up a D tackle that we thought that was going to be decent, and they was on the practice squad the whole time. Those later round picks, what people need to understand is, yes, you can find some gems. Yes, you can find a diamond in the rough, but 9 times out of 10, those players don't hit. Those are mostly projects. And I'm at the point this year 3. We need to see results, not working on some projects, bro. We got a lot of good pieces. You got to get some wins now.
In the 5 draft picks that we have 2 first, a third, and 2 fourth-round picks. You could get some really good players in there.
You could
call it a day.
Yeah,
you could.
So
yeah.
It is. Everybody's so obsessed with this, like every instant gratification. And don't get me wrong. If Poles does find an opportunity to get, and keep in mind, if he does keep the number 1, because we're going to get another draft pick just by the sense of this. If you keep the number 1 pick, you're trading Justin. You're going to get a pick back for Justin, right?
Yeah.
If you're keeping Justin, you're trading the number 1 pick. You're going to get picks back for the number 1 pick,
right?
So he's going to get more picks in this draft just by the nature of kind of how the roster's shaking out. But outside of that, like it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
You just
ain't Madden.
Yeah, exactly.
Ain't
That's the perfect way to put it.
This ain't Madden. We got a super chat here. If we draft Caleb, how much do we think Tyler's going to charge for that number swap? Or do y'all think he will have another number and we can get X-worthy? Listen, would it be disrespectful if Caleb Williams comes here and takes number 1?
Drip, if you don't cut that shit out,
bro, I swear if that happens, I don't know. I'm gonna be like, hey, you a motherfucker, bro. You can brush your hair, Caleb, but you a motherfucker if you do some shit like that, bro.
You better be cold as hell, boy.
And then Luke Gatsby pull a George Carl and says Caleb Williams the better number 1. Ain't that buddy name that hating on Melo?
Yeah,
about Joker the better 15. Come on, man. Show respect. It's just a number.
That's
bro.
crazy.
I ain't gonna lie though, Tyler. You gotta run that though.
For real.
Run that. Who the fuck is you?
Tyler gonna run. And that's the thing. Like, I listen, because Tyler may look at it and be like, if you're gonna give me the football, like I ain't worried about it. We'll see, man. That's a funny question, though. Funny question. But all right, moving into the last topic we got today, man. And this one comes with a visual because I gotta see. So Chicago Bears head coach Matt Eberflus got caught doing some shit that C-Dub was about to completely go off about. So if you can see on the screen, Matt Eberflus was catching a basketball game with the Packers head coach. And at this point, I'm just gonna turn off my mic. Dub, Cook.
Boy, what the hell is wrong with you, Matt? That is the ops. Why is you chilling at a Milwaukee Bucks game with the ops watching the Bulls, bro? Don't you know that we haven't beat them in 10 straight games, I think it is? What are you asking him? Are you using strategy? Are you trying to break him down so he can feel sorry for us and get a victory? We don't talk to ops. We've been through this with Lukey Dookie all last season. Now, I don't want to see, I'm going to let this pass because you got a new dude. You got a new you. You don't know what you're doing. You out there trying to get some clout with your new haircut and everything. I see what you're trying to do. But don't let us see you with the ops again. This is Chicago. We hate everything Green Bay, bro. The coach especially. Don't let me see you again. I'm going to take it easy on you this time, Matt. I'm going to take it easy, bro. Fuck is wrong with you? Fucking goofy.
Somebody stated earlier in the you dig, pretty much saying that how you feel about Justin Fields hanging with Jordan Love then.
They hanged out. They was chilling.
I heard they cool.
Really?
What?
No, I don't.
That's what somebody put in the chat. Oh
no.
Somebody said they homies.
Man, they texted or something. I don't know. They don't hang out. I gotta do my research. He better not be chilling with this Jordan Love dude.
Gucci said they worked out last year together.
Oh, that's
leave the ops alone. What are we doing?
Please, bro. How we learned our fucking lesson, bro. Damn, bro. He talking about they friends. They ain't friends, bro. They texting each other, bro. That's what the young kids do now. They text.
That is hilarious,
You
bro.
honestly, right there, big dog.
Listen. I'm not gonna lie to you. This picture just looked like two grown ass men gossiping about some shit.
Damn, they talking about some shit.
He definitely was like, "So did you stick your thumb in the ass?" That's definitely it's just like it's some weird shit going on there, bro. Like,
yeah, drip.
That's funny.
That's funny, man. That's crazy.
You crazy, Steely E. You talking about you want to be the next Packers defensive coordinator. You crazy.
I mean, listen, he may be like, hey, so I don't know how the season's gonna go. You got a spot for me if next season?
Yeah, they say Shane Waldron next up.
Exactly. Hey, man, can you believe they brought in this motherfucker Shane Waldron, bro? Like, Shane Waldron said he wanted to become a head coach eventually. Like, I don't know, bro. Like,
have we ever seen that face from Matt Eberflus? Like, we all see like fake. He be out there giving a press conference. It be fake smiles and talking like, you know what I'm saying, trying to be a company man. That's a real face right there, bro. Like a real, like, look at his face. Put it back on, Drip. Look at his face, Drip.
Hold on, let me put it up.
Look at Eberflus. Look at his face, bro.
He serious.
I ain't never seen him with that face, bro. That's a face of content. Like, what is he talking about, bro?
Maybe asking him what beard oil he uses. Bro.
What beard he got?
He got a little stubble growing in.
He got a little stubble there.
Salt and pepper.
That's a fucking DMX chin curtain. What are you talking about?
Bogus.
That's hilarious, man. But listen, I really ain't got much to say about it. Yeah, the optics of it are what they are, but you know, it is what it is, man. We live in, this is 2024. All these motherfuckers friends, bro. I tell you what, you would have never saw Mike Ditka with a Packers coach hanging out at a basketball game.
Yes. Would you see all the great coaches, NFL coaches? Would you see them hanging out with the ops with their most hated teams coach, bro? Would you see Andy Reid hanging out with the Cincinnati coach?
Now Andy Reid, mad cool. I think Andy Reid would hang out with some motherfuckers.
They definitely will go to Chuck E. Cheese or
I'm about to say
he ain't never taken.
I said Chuck E. Cheese.
Ain't nobody gonna hang out with Bill Belichick because don't nobody look like Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick looked like he just terrorizes kids that walk down the neighborhood just minding their own business. Like he just start throwing shit at them. Like
with a hood on, crazy weird ass. He just weird.
Yeah.
That's
weird. I see him in the alley. I'm walking the other way. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm scared of Bill Belichick.
Yeah, he looked like he walk around with that Bill Cosby on him. He got the Preludes
on. Never. Yeah, Lovey Smith ain't never go kicking with no Packers, bro.
They Glock talking about he sent the super chat. Don't see those super chats.
I didn't see no super chat.
I didn't see one, man. Stop lying, Glock. What you sent?
Oh no, he got it. Now you gotta apologize.
Oh, I'm sorry, Glock. My bad, Glock.
What does it leave our cap after all this? So we have roughly $44 million in cap space.
Yeah, we still good, baby.
We still cool. Not as great as where we started off at. We still got plenty. We still got plenty to do some things with. That's why I said, like, I see people asking for Saquon Barkley, people asking for Danielle Hunt. It's not happening. We just don't have the cap space to do. Those guys are going to take up half of the available cap space. So I'm telling you guys right now, for those people that were hoping the Bears are going to sign a big A-list free agent, it ain't happening.
Oh, it ain't happening.
Get about it.
Nah, it's over with. It's done. That put the kibosh on that. Matter of fact, hold on. We actually have a photo of Bill Belichick hanging out in his personal time. This is live of Bill Belichick from the future when he finally retires. Yeah.
He like, defensive lineman.
That's funny, bro.
Hell no, bro.
Hey, that's one of the characters that they had to cancel on Family Guy, which is funny because they set it up for failure there, bro. It's like people Back when Family Guy first started, that character was hilarious. You put that on now, they canceling the shit out of it.
Canceling the whole network.
You know they don't even do because Family Guy plays. I forgot on whatever channel replay. They don't even play episodes with him no more.
Really?
Yeah,
bro. What was his name, Drip?
Herbert. That's the character said Herbert. Yeah,
that motherfucker, bro. He was on the sun, bro. He was on his ass. He said, "You so strong."
He tripping.
Oh man, that's hilarious, man.
Yeah. We got a last super chat.
All right, super chat from Alex is Haize. Drop that Pat designer of the white dude walking in his boxes behind what?
What?
Oh, I don't even have that no more, bro. Like I don't even know where that is. Y'all remember that? It was a couple of off seasons ago when me and Pat the designer, he was in Vegas in a hotel, and the white guy started. He was sharing a hotel room with the guy. And he started pulling off his shirt.
Oh, bad, bro. That was weird as hell, bro.
Yeah, I don't even remember where that video is, man. That's hilarious, bro. That's funny.
Oh, stop! Somebody in here. They trolling us now. They talking about Velas got an extension for $48 million. I think this is where the show ends.
Yeah. so now you paid your little super chat. Now listen, now you can't get your 4 for 4 because you done paid super chat money to try to troll. Dumbass, bro. Like just dumbass, bro. That's just crazy.
Just go get you a large.
Hell would pay Velas Jones.
Jesus Christ. Velas Jones may have to pay the Bears to stay on the roster.
That's what I'm about to say. Bro, that's crazy. He probably ain't even got the Wi-Fi codes, Velas Jones. I ain't gonna lie to you. He probably.
All right, y'all. Any last thoughts? Let's get out of here, man. Herbert and came. Well, how the hell we get it? How the hell did Herbert come? That's crazy, bro.
Can't even tell you.
Hey, Kaplan don't even play with. He wouldn't even play with my guy like that. Don't even do that, Mojo. You know he ain't even playing with my mans like that, bro. I know that's fake.
We know that's fake.
About, it's like he don't even want to do that. That'll be the last time he ever join another YouTuber. The YouTuber live if he do that. Stop it.
That's funny.
Y'all already know. That's cooked fried rice.
Fried rice.
Y'all want more? We gonna be on Shy Bulls podcast for the Chicago Bulls tonight versus the Golden State Warriors.
I may have to come in the live call with y'all just so I can stay up, especially if we start getting cooked. I may have to come in there with y'all just so I can stay up because the last time we got our asses kicked on the 9 p.m. Chicago start time, my ass was knocked the fuck out.
Bro, I understand, bro. This is torture, bro. This is torture
for real.
That's crazy.
But hey, we here. Hit the like button before you go. Appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's it for today, man. Make sure you guys are following the channel. This is the 3rd episode of just today for Bears. Listen, ain't nobody doing it like us, man. That's all I can tell y'all, man.
Come on now.
We love you guys. Make sure you're following the channel at Shy Bears Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Well, why'd you wave it in the camera like that?
I don't want them to miss it, Joe.
What? We don't want to smell your finger, bro.
How the hell you gonna smell my finger?
If you want to leave a voicemail in our text message, the number to do so 773-242-93.
I just threw my man all the way off, bro.
Bro, my ADHD kicked in like a motherfucker, bro. I'm like, what the hell is happening?
Because you don't even see the whole thing.
We've now officially found the thing that can complete. Steve-O did it the other day too, because he randomly was just like Mitch Trubinsky looks like Randy Orton, and it completely threw me off my game, bro. I was like,
wait a minute.
Well, go back and look. It's true. He's actually right. But I love you guys, man. Go as we like to end everything on Chi-Town up, bear down. Love you guys.